Hello, and thank you for joining us. And welcome to the first ever Gaming Tech Summit. What are some of the thoughts you have about the summit so far? How's the experience been?
Thank you very much. Such engagements, such interventions are a must for all progressive minded people because the world in which we are operating or finding ourselves having to operate in is an environment which is characterized by a lot of turbulence. It is an environment which is quite complex and uncertain. Hence, it requires this kind of intervention so that people can learn to share their experiences with a view of ensuring that there is collectivity going forward.
How are the investors and operators receiving and reacting to the current tax laws and tax regime you have within the country?
Apparently, issues related to tax do not fall within my purview. But currently, our tax regime is quite favorable, and all those investors that are operating within our country have not raised any alarm in respect of our tax regime, which is testament that all is well, at least for now.
That's great to hear. Regarding the implementations of measures that encourage and implement responsible gaming within the country, what are some of the ones that you feel have made the largest impact so far in encouraging responsible gambling? Because it's clearly it's a problem that is very popular within the gaming industry, especially in a growing market like here in Africa. We have a lot of people deviating and suffering as a result of irresponsible gambling.
Thank you very much. We have been doing within our jurisdiction is really to promote the culture of one knowing when to stop when they get into a gambling entity and not spending more than what they can afford not to lose, so that they will not be tempted to engage into a vicious circle where they'll end up having to chase their losses. So we've been going all out at exhibitions like the Zimbabwe Agricultural Show and the Zimbabwe International Trade Fair, where we invite our operators and we showcase and we deliver this principle to say, be responsible. It only takes the individuals to really want to reflect so that they are not really victims of their passion, victims of the game. The idea is for them not to get into a point where reason is overtaken by passion. They should get into a point where the rationality of the soul pushes their appetite on leash so that they know when to walk away and they know when they can place their games on the table. Yeah.
That's very informative insight. I also want to add an extra question in regards to the the reception of foreign investors within the country. How do foreign investors go about acquiring licenses? Because we have other jurisdictions where foreign investors have to collaborate with local investors in order to acquire things like licenses and the such.
Investors with interest within our jurisdictions have got to register that interest through what you call the ZIDAs, the Zimbabwe Institute of Development Association. Once they are cleared there, they can make an application to us. And we are not really hard and fast about them partnering with the locals. Yeah, which means as long as they've got a good business case, then we'll take it as it comes.
One final question. So far, the summit, I understand one of the summit's biggest agendas was to bring regulators together in a space where they feel that them and the operators have common interests and common views and share common goals. Because most of the times we find operators and regulators feel like their interests and goals are very far apart because they feel like one jurisdiction is clashing with the other. So far, in accordance to the summit, do you think that this has been a platform where regulators and operators have gotten to share perspectives where they can say we have common interests, and as much as our end goals are different, we can also still collaborate and have a successful industry.
Thank you very much. For me, my take is that this is an ecosystem where none of the players is more important than the other. The players need the operators need the regulators, and we are an ecosystem altogether. And this kind of interface, this kind of engagement really creates bridges between the various players within the ecosystem. And for me, I think it is really a must for all progressive minds to say, what separates us might not be as important as what should hold us together. So this kind of an intervention, this kind of intercourse is so critical. Going forward, this should be the way to go, where we share various perspectives, where we share various motivations, and that's the way the world should actually go. Because we should not have a cat and mouse game between the operators and the regulators. We should be a team together. Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much. Those have been very insightful thoughts and contributions, and we hope you come and visit our country soon. You're always welcome here. Our home is your home, and I hope your stay here has been pleasant and you've enjoyed the environment and the event and everything in general.
The welcome was so warm, and given a chance, honestly, I would come back.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you very much.